Hello everybody, Shalom, it's Monica. Shabbat is almost here. I am in the midst of preparing. I'm going to be having bean and avocado tacos and salad this Shabbat. Yay! But I thought I'd bring you guys an update. I have a video that I have ready to upload. And so once I show you everything, it's going to be completely out of order because I've uploaded some things before this video. Y'all know I'm a hot mess. I say that all the time, so just bear with me. But anyway, I thought before the sun went down I'd show you what's going on in the garden. I just harvested some tomatoes off of my tomato plant. Look at those. I've already eaten a couple and I have these here. So I'm starting to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor when it comes to my garden. You guys, gardening, you gotta do it. I'm here to encourage you to garden and grow food of your own. So I have to show you what it is I'm doing. I can't grow enough food with the space I have for everything, but I mean, come on. Look at those tomatoes. Don't those look delicious? I grew those. These are gonna go in the salad for this Shabbat. Okay. So I've harvested some more food as well from my garden. I harvested a bunch of green beans from my plant, and here they are. I also harvested a couple of other things that I'm really proud of, and I'd like to show you guys. Do you know what that is? That's a pea pod. I got some peas. Yes. The plant is dying. It's hot. The plant is dying. But I got a couple of like fully grown pea pods. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I have 4 pea pods with peas on the inside that I have to break out. I love peas. Green peas. Such a fan. So I only have 4. The rest of these are all green beans that I'm going to cook down after the Shabbat. But let's get out to the garden before the sun goes completely down. And I want to show you all a couple of things, because this whole thing is like total trial by error, and it's amazing. I don't think I'm going to be able to turn this camera around because I do everything on my phone, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to do my best because I have it on selfie mode, and I don't think I can turn it around. So let me do what I can do to show you the garden. So let's start with the pea plant, okay? So this is the pea plant. I'm going to come on in. You guys can see that it is dying, right? I already knew when I started to see the dryness at the bottom that it was dying. That's one thing I've learned about peas. Once you start seeing the browning at the bottom of a pea plant, you're pretty much working with a dead pea plant, because it's going to just dry all the way up the plant, which is exactly what it's doing. But I was able to get some pods off of it. And if you look over here, I still have a couple of pods that are holding on and growing. So I'm going to try and get as much growth out of these pods as I can and have just a couple more. Now I've got one up here that is just like weird, albino dead. I'm not eating that. I'm probably going to cut it off so that the plant saves energy. But if you look over here, I have more pods. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5, 6. So I have quite a bit of pea pods left on the plant. And I'm guessing that after the Shabbat, hopefully they'll be to maturity. I can pull them off. And maybe I can have like 2 to 3 mouthfuls of peas by the time I break them all out of the pods. Anyway, I've started harvesting from the tomato plant, as y'all have seen. And if you see there, I have more that are turning red. This first branch I've taken quite a few tomatoes off of, but I still have more down there. That's a nice heavy branch. I've started taking a few off of this one here. So you can see I've got more turning red. Then I've got a full branch here. This branch is really starting to produce here. Then this branch here is starting to produce. And I've got more flowers coming up here. I really need to work on staking that, so that's wonderful. The beans I've started to harvest from, and there's more beans growing in there, as you can see, so I'll do more harvesting. The pepper plants are doing pretty well, so I've shown you guys those. there go the 3 peppers, 1, 2, and 3. I've done some work on moving them and trying to separate them from each other so they've got space to grow. I don't know. This is very hard to do this way. But can you guys see that 1 pepper back there? That's the yellow pepper. And it is really large now. It is getting very, very big. So hopefully I'll start seeing some color from that yellow one. But that is the only pepper on that plant. Is that 1 yellow pepper. While the red pepper has the 3. But they're not getting very big. They're kind of weird shaped because they all grew right around each other and ran into each other. I'm hoping that they'll start to elongate now that they are more separated from one another, but whatever. My carrots are here, and I'm not seeing any carrot tops poking out, but the foliage is looking really good, so I'm hoping I get a couple of carrots, you know, just a few would be nice. I don't know. The zucchinis have exploded. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. So I did this whole trellis idea with the zucchini. Well, that was pretty not smart because zucchinis, it turns out, don't really trellis the way I thought they were. They just get big. So let me show you what I mean. Look how big those zucchini plants have gotten. That is insane. Now, the sad part is I had a flower, but I don't know if you can see there, my flower fell off. So I don't know what that means if the flower falls off. I don't know if that's good or bad, if I'll get a zucchini, if I won't. Like I said, trial by error, I'll find out. My second tomato plant has really started growing, leaps and bounds. It is getting so tall now. The bottom of it really started to like dry out and do not so good. I'll probably clip these off as I get more foliage towards the top of the tomato plant, but I do have a flower coming on, you guys. That's awesome because that means tomatoes. So let's just hit that now and work on some pollination. But it's just the one. But that would be 1 tomato. I'm never going to be mad about that. I do have a success with my other pepper plant, though. Let me show you that. Wait a minute. This is very difficult, y'all. Can you see that? I think I'm too close. I think I'm not aiming. There we go. You guys see that? This is the green pepper plant that I had ripped all the foliage off of. Well, it has got foliage and now it is putting on a beautiful pepper. So that would be at least 1 green pepper that I would be producing. The other peppers are the red pepper plants and the yellow pepper. The red pepper has the 3, the yellow pepper has the 1, and now the green pepper is putting on 1. The basil has gone and bolted, as you can see, completely bolted, but it's putting on these beautiful flowers. The flowers are bringing bees around, so I'm leaving the basil there until I figure out what I'm going to put in its place, or just let it continue to bolt. I'll probably put some kind of greens in its place as we move into the fall season. But I had allowed the cabbage loopers and the aphids to come in and completely destroy the mustard green plant that I had. I finally sprayed it with some neem oil after I thought they had destroyed the whole thing. Then I was like, I wanted to experiment and see how resilient plants were, right? So I decided to start watering it again, knowing that I had fertilized the soil very well, because I wanted to see what would happen. Would it come back to life, or was it completely dead? And y'all, it's coming back to life. I can totally cut away the dead, let the new grow, make sure I spray it with the neem oil, and I'm going to have mustard greens again. Like, nature is amazing. So let me show you what I mean. You guys see how sad that plant is? Like, they ate it to death. They just ate this thing to pieces. But if I come and zoom in on it, you guys see that? You see the leaves that are starting to grow, that's crazy. I thought that thing was dead, but then I'm like, you know, plants are crazy, and just perhaps if I start paying it attention, it'll respond, and I'll be darned, that's exactly what it did. So it's growing back after all that damage. Like, it's still not a goner. There's still hope for it, just like there's hope for us. If we start to feed ourselves and water ourselves appropriately, and we do the work to keep the pests off of us, right? So that's my word of the day going into the Shabbat. We are plants, right? We're seeds, and we grow like seeds. And if we let the world attack us, and the pests of the world and the insects of the world to start eating at us, right? Eating away all of our good and all of our nutrients, then we become a mess, right? And there's nothing left of nutritional value. But if we work to rid ourselves of the pests, and then we feed ourselves with good nutrients and good water, which is the Word, and we focus on listening to the Word, and we focus on living by Torah, then we're giving ourselves the nutrients we need, and we will see ourselves start to blossom again and be able to produce fruit again. I don't know, this garden is amazing. You guys, start a freaking garden. It's not too late. I don't know where you are, but there's still some kind of season to grow. If you're further north than me, then maybe it's starting to be fall where you are. Plant some greens. If you're where I am in the Midwest, you know, this tomato plant, the small one, I just got that the other day, like 2 weeks ago. The zucchini I planted 2 weeks ago. Look how big it is. I might actually get a zucchini. Like, just don't make excuses for anything in life. Like, excuses are exactly what they are, excuses, but they don't produce fruit. Effort produces fruit. So, put forth the effort in producing fruit. Alright, I'm going to go finish up the Shabbat meal because the sun is quickly setting. Preparation day is almost over, and we are almost in the 7th day. So Shabbat Shalom to everyone who celebrates the Shabbat. If you don't celebrate the Shabbat, then regular day to you, I guess, but Shabbat Shalom to all my people celebrating. Alright, bye.